Saturday Night Live has been on hiatus for 3 weeks, ever since John Mulaney performed his long-gestating Diner Lobster opus. Tonight, multi-talented creator of FX's Atlanta Donald Glover took over Studio 8H for the first time, assuming duties as host and musical guest, as Childish Gambino. Given the solo, a Star Wars story star's red-hot rise to fame in recent years, expectations were high. In short, this was the very best episode of a rock-solid season, and it'll be a shock if Glover doesn't get an Emmy nomination. First up was the night's cold open, a mega-funny, sprawling A-list cameo extravaganza. Ben Stiller returned as a panicky Michael Cohen, who calls Donald Trump Alec Baldwin on a payphone. But he dialed *86 first, so it's untraceable. Chris Redd and Alex Moffat got huge laughs as federal wiretappers making bug eyes at each other. Anyway, after checking in with the president, Stiller dials Trump's doctor, Martin Short. A hoot and a half. Short's Harold Bornstein doesn't have a full calendar and he's really quick to play the victim card. You know how sometimes it feels like SNL heavy hitter Kate McKinnon couldn't possibly nail another impression because her repertoire is just too staggering. Meet McKinnon's Rudy Giuliani, who made the audience lose it with laughter before she even said a word. The newlywed Aidy Bryant reprised her Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who thinks Trump might have lied to her about the Stormy Daniels scandal. Cecily Strong's Melania Trump interjects for a moment to ask if a woman can testify against her husband in court. For a friend, Leslie Jones's Omarosa. Manigault calls Cohen for about 2 seconds to remind him she's still grumpy. Beck Bennott's Mike Pence mistakes Cohen's digits for a party line. Then Cohen is on the line with Ivanka Trump, Scarlett Johansson, and a Mickey Mouse-sounding Jared Kushner, Jimmy Fallon. Of course these cameos drew huge applause, but nothing could have prepared us for what came next. Cohen advised Trump to call Stormy Daniels, and that's when Stormy Daniels, as herself, answered the phone. This was Saturday Night Live's answer to Infinity War. They've been developing these characters' impressions for some time, and now we got to see them cut loose together on the same screen. This was a whopper. Shortly after Glover took the stage for his opening monologue, he answered the burning question that's on many viewers' minds. He's Danny Glover's father. Phew, glad we got that out of the way. Glover actually auditioned for SNL twice back in the day. He also was a writer on 30 Rock and a star of Community, but he didn't get a spot in the cast. Glover assured the audience he's not bitter about this, but his actions suggest otherwise. This led into a low-key walking and talking musical number in which Glover assured us he can do anything. The swagger was short-lived though, as he face-planted on a skateboard, got tummy trouble, electrocuted himself and eventually threw up in a clarinet. Even through the gross-out gag at the end, this was effortlessly funny and cool. Next up was a hilarious court sketch, in which Glover played a relentless and factually challenged lawyer defending Jurassic World against Mikey Day after the latter witnessed a dinosaur devour all his friends at the park. Jurassic World is not responsible for lost or damaged items, such as family members and friends. Case dismissed. Then Glover, Kenan Thompson and Chris Redd spoof Migos with a beat-tastic therapy session with a surprise appearance from A$AP Rocky. A moody, atmospheric 198 OS music video followed, with Glover playing a creepy crooner named Raz P. Berry who stalks his ex-girlfriend, only he's wearing sunglasses and that's not actually his girlfriend. Through song, Raz opens up about doing some truly icky things in his apartment while Strong struggles to get a word in. As always, the SNL production crew nailed the period details. To be honest, every sketch tonight was pretty much a perfect 10, but perhaps the best was a little 4-minute masterpiece called A Kanye Place, a screamingly funny mashup of runaway horror hit A Quiet Place and Kanye West's Twitter feed. The sound-sensitive monsters in A Quiet Place would be all over the audience at Studio 8H and audiences at home, because we were all roaring. Michael Che and Colin Yost were both on point at the news desk. Che in particular was on a roll, with some shade and slights that drew a mix of guffaws and gasps. Not all fit to print here, but you can see for yourself below. Glover had the audience in hysterics as a Mattel employee pushing for Barbie to go dark and introspective. In case you haven't heard, Glover has been past the Cape of Billy D. Williams and will play Lando Calrissian in Solo, A Star Wars Story, opening May 25th. Tonight, Glover's Lando went super edgy and addressed the issue of diversity in that galaxy far, far away to hilarious results. Glover and Melissa Villaseñor were just the right amount of wrong as a couple trying to spice things up, watch here, and the last sketch of the night was an equal parts funny and provocative bit about inmates working a prison job, watch here. Wow, tonight's episode of SNL was something else. Showcasing so many levels of its multi-talented hosts game, it was all we could do just to keep up. It's worth mentioning Glover was also the best musical guest so far this season. Childish Gambino debuted his first single since 2016, This Is America. The song and performance were nothing short of haunting. Watch his SNL performance of Saturday, here, and check out the stunning music video of This Is America, below. Childish Gambino was introduced by superstars Daniel Kaluuya and Zoe Kravitz. Can you believe there are only 2 more episodes of SNL this season? On May 12th at 11:30 p.m. E.T., Amy Schumer hosts with musical guest Casey Musgraves. 1 week later Tina Fey will host with musical guest Nicki Minaj. Were you as amazed by Donald Glover as we were? Did you think this was the best SNL of the season? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments.